What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? How are you doing? Hey, beautiful weekend this weekend. We had a little bit of rain, not a lot. I got the V-Ride with me today because I had to get in some spaces that I didn't want to take the bad boy. But you all know where we're at here. Mundy's yards. We got 1, we got 2, and then over there is number 3, and I got to push mow the backyard. So, hope you guys had a blessed weekend, and just getting out here, getting back to the grind and the hustle. Got to get all my yards done this week, so it's going to be a long week, but next week is pay week. So, looks like, I don't want to speak too soon, but it looks like fall is possibly here. So, that's going to be a great thing, man. Cooler weather. Today's highs are going to be around 74, which is beautiful. And we'll see what we get into. But today we're going to talk about employees, man, because I just saw something go down with a friend of mine. And I want to start by saying this before we get into some action here. You know, I've known Ray at Ray's Lawn Care for many years, okay? And me and Ray have gone rounds and rounds before. I mean, you almost do with anybody on YouTube that you get along with, at least. You have your little, it's like being kids, man. You go out in the middle of the street and you duke it out, and then the next day you're friends. Well, Ray is a really good friend of mine. And I saw the videos, and I'm not going to say too much about it, but I will tell you this. The type of character Ray has, Ray is not one to pull a weapon on a human being unless he is threatened with his life. I can tell you that. So I do not believe in any way, shape, or form, and I spoke to Ray, and I believe him 110%. The guy, you know, for an ex-employee to threaten a man with being jailed over something that didn't happen, man, I mean, come on, guys. At some point, men have to be men, and you can't hide behind something, especially when you make something up, okay? Don't make something up. And I don't know the man whatsoever, so I'm not going to mention names, but I have never known Ray to be that type of individual, okay? And Ray and I haven't always been buddies, so, but Ray never, ever threatened anything on my person or anything when we weren't getting along. Ray's an upstanding guy, man. I spoke with Ray, like I said, and it's just unfortunate, man. And you know, I know he'll go on. I think he's got a new employee now, and I wish him the best with that. And I'll speak to Ray again. Ray and Chad and I are going to do a live stream later this fall or winter time or something. But anyway, guys, let me get to work. We'll talk about employees today because, you know, I've got my thoughts on them. I have given you many thoughts on them. And, well, this kind of just drives home what I think. So, talk to you guys soon. Okay, there's number 1. There's number 2. And there is number 3. It looks like I missed a spot over here, but I can't tell. No, I got it. It just looks different. It's weird. Looks like it didn't get cut, but it did get cut. Crazy. Anyway, all done with those 3. Took me, let's see here, 1 hour to do all those. And anyway, I'll be right back with you guys. Okay guys, number one thing about employees, no employee should ever threaten to call the police on you when you have done absolutely nothing to them. Okay, nothing. That's when you get somebody unhinged like that, your best bet is to part ways. We have, I'll say this for us business owners. We come out here, we have a agenda. We have a schedule, an agenda that we have to get done. And that's to take care of our families, okay? To pay our bills, take care of our families. We are in a hurry. We need somebody in an employee that that knows what a sense of urgency is like. At least I do. Look, I'm not an easy person to work with because I expect hustle all day long, because I believe in between yards you have enough time to rest that you can get out. If you really actually think about on my Tuesdays when I do anywhere from 12 to 14, my mowing time is actually only about 6.5 hours. So you are getting to rest and set for almost 3 hours of your day. So I have an expectation that when you are on the job, you are hustling to the best of your ability. And number two, you listen to what the employer says. Because if the employer says, hey, this is the way I want it done, then that's the way you do it. You don't do it your way. You do it the way the employer wants it done. Okay? Just food for thought, guys, because I'm telling you, we have too much to worry about out here without worrying about whether somebody is doing what they're supposed to be doing or not. And that's my thought on it. But anyway, we'll get back into it later. Let's get on to the next one where I will get footage for you. I'll see you soon. Okay, there it is. All done for another, well, unfortunately, probably 2 weeks, unless we get some rain, which I don't think we're going to get. But anyway, I don't know what I was talking about, employees, but listen, man. As a business owner, as bosses, and it doesn't matter what industry you're in, you have a job to do. You have, let's say, quotas to meet. Let's say you have yards you have to get cut. And you hire employees based on the fact that they will work. And that they know when they get the job and you ask them a series of questions about the job, they tell you they understand what they're doing. And that is how you hire them, based on their experience. Or you know they have no experience and you have to train them in everything. Now, once again, I'm not going to say a name because I don't even know this person. Never even saw him in a video. Because like I tell you guys all the time, I don't watch much. But, you know, I saw the grass in the bed that Ray had to clean out the other day. I mean, that is absolutely not acceptable, man, when you do work like that. I saw the sod that was basically dead. You don't lay stuff like that in a customer's yard. There are just things you don't do, man. If you don't want the job, call the employer and say, look, I don't want this job anymore, I quit. Or give them a 2 weeks notice and walk away. But don't leave it on bad standing like that. I mean, I know a lot of you guys who have watched my videos have said, I will never hire an employee again. I would say that's probably like 30 to 40% of you that watch my videos. And I'm with you. You know, some bosses are okay with slow pace, you know, get it done when we get it done type thing. That's just not who I am. And I know that's not who Ray is. Ray is a hustler. And I'm not sitting here telling you Ray is the greatest thing since sliced bread. I mean, I'm sure Ray at times is hard to work for, just like any owner is. But I also know Ray helps these guys that work for him a tremendous amount. Helps them get cars, helps them try to get bank accounts, helps them try to do the right thing in life. Unfortunately, people just don't want to make the right choices 70% of the time. Look around, man. The world is filled with people that make bad decisions. So, and more than not, everybody else has to pay for that. I wouldn't know that unless I've made bad decisions. So I'm telling you, I've made bad decisions. But I don't know where Ray goes with this. You know, I know he needs help. I mean, but I can tell you this. Ray is not the type of man to pull a gun on somebody. That is just the most asinine thing I've ever heard in my life. I was shocked. I know it hurt Ray. I know Ray was hurt because he really thought he had found the guy that he could trust. And I understand that, man. I've been hurt like that before too. I think we all have. But I don't know. You know, I just thought about talking about it today because, you know, hey, slow news day, man, because things are dry. Even though we got some rain, it wasn't enough to do anything. I think we got maybe a half hour's worth of rain over the last 4 weeks and 2 days. It's not enough, but fall is coming. That dew will help it grow, and we'll be out doing cleanups and possibly seeding some yards and doing some stuff like that. But I don't know, man. It's you know, life is crazy. I don't understand where employees' mindsets are. If I knew I had to work for someone, I would do the best possible job I could do for that individual. And if I had an issue, I would bring it to them. I certainly would not bring it to YouTube. And another thing I heard Ray say, and I know where he's coming from with this, when we bring people onto our YouTube channels, or we're trying to help somebody out here and we're trying to do something for somebody, we don't sit here and tell you all the bad things they're doing behind the scenes, guys. What would be the, you know, people said to Ray, and I saw the comments, man, you build him up so much, now you're tearing him down. No, he tore himself down. Ray did the right thing. Ray was building him up like he should have. And people just tend to make mistakes, man. People tend to make, like I said, bad choices. So what was Ray supposed to do? Come on and trash the guy all day long, every day? You can't do that, man. I've had that same situation, man, where people ask me, where's this person at? Where's that person at? And then they watch a video and they're like, oh, you're a terrible person. You should have helped him more. You cannot help people that do not want to help themselves. You understand? I'm not spoon feeding and bottle feeding people. These are grown men that come out to these job sites, okay? What if they had to go work for a block laborer, a block company all day? You think they would hold their hand? We're not supposed to hold people's hands, man. We're to give them a hand up, not a hand out, okay? Anyway, that's it for me for the day. I got one more to go. I love y'all. Hope you guys have a blessed day. God loves you. And if you can, man, say a few prayers for Ray. He really is a good individual. You know, we all go through it, man, at some point in time or another. We all go through it, but to have somebody come on and, you know, or to go out there and say some stuff like that about anybody, man, that's not true, that's not right. I mean, that's how, believe me, I've had enough said about me in 4.5 years, almost 5 years on YouTube. If somebody says it, people will believe it, whether or not it's true or not. It doesn't matter. So I'm just setting the record straight. That's not the type of guy I know Ray to be. Anyway, you guys all have a blessed day. As always, Dr. Real was in the house. Keep it real. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.